Once upon a time on a farm in Germany, there lived a little dachshund named Otto. He had a lovely home with lots of room in which to play. And he lived with a kind family who took good care of him. Otto loved them. He liked the boss's wife, but she always seemed too occupied to notice him. And the boss's hobby of raising bees didn't give him much time for Otto. One day was just like another. It was the same old routine. Now, Otto appreciated all the family had done for him, but since everyone was so busy, there was nothing for poor Otto to do. Now, there was one thing that made the day interesting. That was when the boss's daughter called him for his meal. "Oh, shucks," said Otto, "the same old stuff. Nobody ever asks me what I like." This is for the birds. Oh no, now I gotta take a bath. Poor Otto, he began to feel very sorry for himself. And the sorrier he felt, the greater his troubles began to seem. Finally, when the boss's daughter pressed down hard on the brush, Otto made a big decision. He decided to leave home. He didn't know where he was going. Otto just wanted to get away from the old routine. He was convinced he needed a change. Up the old stairs Otto went the last time. He was very glad. "Goodbye, Kitty. Sorry I can't take you." And as for the handyman, you're too busy to say goodbye anyway. Down the road he went. Nothing would stop him now. Not even the creek. He reached the pasture. The boss had told Otto many times, "Don't go near the pasture. Don't chase the animals." But Otto didn't care. This was fun. Otto went off in search of something new, which he soon found. Gee, what a funny-looking fellow. "This must be another trick to get me to take a bath," said Otto. Soon he was on top of a hill from which he saw a whole world he had heard about. "Say," thought Otto, "this must be the way to the big city. That's where I'm going. I won't be bored there. I'll just follow this road." And that's how it happened that little Otto, who had been born and raised in the country, set out for the big city in search of excitement. He certainly had come to the right place. Otto decided if he walked just straight ahead, he'd find adventure. Now, what's the matter with me? Maybe that man was trying to be friendly. I'll bet he was trying to pet me. You see, Otto had never heard about dog catchers. So Otto went back to find the man and become friends. But he was in for a big surprise. Now Otto knew that the man was not trying to pet him, and he was beginning to learn that there were some things about the city he didn't like. He thought of how strange the city was as he rested from his narrow escape. Everybody was too busy to notice him. No one smiled at him. Besides, Otto was getting hungry and nobody cared. He was very happy when he saw a woman with a shopping bag just like the boss's daughter. Maybe she would understand. Well, he decided to help himself. Otto's conscience began to trouble him. He had done the wrong thing. And suddenly he noticed the dogs in the neighborhood looking at him with envious eyes. I'd better get away from here in a hurry. Otto was beginning to think that the city was not the place for a country dog. But how to get rid of the pack? Then he remembered something he had seen in the movies. And it worked. That is, Otto thought it worked. Actually, the dogs were running away from the dog catcher. Then Otto realized he hadn't been so smart. Otto wasn't going to be fooled by a friendly wink and a smile. He decided it was time to go home. Just as fast as his legs would carry him. But first he had to outsmart the dog catcher. So Otto took a cab. Never in his life had he had so much trouble. All he wanted was to get home. Oh, he thought, if only I can get back to my nice, quiet, peaceful home in the country. But as Otto reached the safety of the road, he became very troubled all over again. He remembered how he had left home and how he had disobeyed the boss. Maybe they wouldn't want him anymore. He was a very worried little dog. If only he hadn't run away. If only he hadn't disobeyed the boss. If only. As he neared home, his heart was pounding. Otto was so happy to see the good old stairs again. He realized how many things he had taken for granted, like the children who were so good to him. Gee, it's good to see smiling faces, said Otto. If the family takes me back, I'll never feel sorry for myself again. But then he saw the boss. Uh-oh, he thought, now I'm in for it. But the boss was smiling. And the boss's daughter. Why, she smiled too, and Otto knew he was home to stay. And that's where you'll find him today, a happy, cheerful, and contented dog. And do you suppose he complains about a bath? Not Otto.